Hey guys, I'm Morthadon and we are back for Boruto episode 209. So last time we had the characters actually figuring shit out, which made me very happy. I don't know how much Sasuke is going to reveal that he figured out, because he figured out, like, a lot of what's going on involving, the karma being a mark that allows Momoshiki to, remain alive and take over Boruto eventually, assuming that, you know, kind of assuming that Jigen is going to be doing the same, or technically Ishiki and everything, to Kawaki and all that. But we know that there's a little bit about Boruto that Sasuke knew that he was just keeping, like, he kept saying, like, keep this between us, So will that be a thing too, or will he inform everyone else, kind of thing? But yeah, I'm really glad that people talked this out. Kawaki told Boruto about the things that he did too, so now Boruto is aware of it. Very happy about that. I'm glad to see, Naruto being awake, Sasuke being up and at him, and everything too. So a lot of good stuff. But we ended the episode with Kawaki thinking back to all the people that he cares about, and knowing that, after what Shikamaru said, he puts them in danger, and he opened the window and was looking out it, and I was worried that he's gonna run away. So we'll just have to see what happens this time. So alrighty, guys, we're gonna start this episode here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh boy. Alright. All the lights. It's nighttime. Is the sun going down or coming up? Very quiet. Oh, a nightmare? Kawaki having a nightmare? You know what's interesting? I just realized that, I mean, obviously I've seen it before, I just didn't really remember that Jigen's number is a 4, yet, Kawaki's number, when you turn it, looks like a 4. Just kind of funny. I talked about how when you turn it, I have my eyes closed because I don't want to. I've heard there's spoilers in this opening, and I'm trying not to watch them. So rather than just looking down the whole time, which is what I was doing, and have my eyes open, and you guys just look at the top of my head, I figure I will look forward with my eyes shut. But yeah, I mentioned last episode how the 1 and the X that make up the Roman numeral 9, I would assume when you turn it, it looks like a 4. It just makes me wonder if that was intentional or not, considering that Jigen has the tattoo of it being an I and a V, which make a 4 in Roman numerals. Fun little things to notice. Pretty good opening song, though. I can't wait to watch the visuals. Hopefully, I get to watch the visuals for at least a few episodes before it changes. I don't know. I mean, I was told when I can watch the opening, but I was not told when the opening changes, which I don't need to know that, but thinking about his shit. I guess he hasn't run away. Yeah, that's good. I'm glad. Hmm. Doesn't want to talk about it. Good to see Naruto out of the hospital and everything, too. Hmm. That seems like a weird thing to bring up. The ham. Who stole the ham? That's what I just wrote down. Momoshiki stole the ham. He was hungry one night, so he took over Boruto and took the ham. What was that letter? It said Mr. Naruto Uzumaki, right? Is it a runaway letter? What you up to, Himawari? You stealing ham? So Himawari's the one that took the ham, wasn't it? Who's she bringing food to? Maybe an animal? Jaggy. It's gonna be something scary. It's gonna be like a bear or something. Oh, it looks all beat up. I mean, it looks like it's scarred all over. No. No. Just because he's a survivor doesn't mean he's ferocious. Aw. It's a big doggy. I wonder if... Ugh. Be careful how you say things. I was gonna say, I wonder if this is gonna relate back to Kawaki and how he's feeling and everything, you know? Like, all this is kind of like a metaphor for taking someone in, feeding them, stuff like that. Because that's what I do. Yeah. Used to. I like that. I know they're not grapes, but it makes me want grapes, and I'll be having grapes after this. I just thought of something, but we'll talk about it in discussion. Write it down. Uh-oh. Oh no! Beat him up! I don't think they're friends. Hmm. Careful, he's on edge. Okay, good. No. Where did the sausages go? He's not being tailed by Naruto anymore either. So I guess they didn't end up going through with all that. Hmm. Interesting. I think he did consider running away. I think that's what that letter meant that he just crumpled up and threw away. I think he considered it, but he found his reason to stay. Hmm. Getting some stuff for the puppy. Interesting. I wonder how Kawaki knew about that. Oh, when he was younger, probably. And his like dad wouldn't give him food, maybe. Maybe he ate these. Interesting. Ah. Don't worry about it, Kawaki. It's not your fault. If something happens, it won't be your fault. I'm guessing they're ripping up weeds. What? What happened? Oh, did she look at the note and read it or something? Oh, please let the puppy be okay. Oh, that's bear tracks. Oh no, Jaggy! Oh, please be okay, please be okay, please be okay. Ooh, interesting shot. Is he dead? Oh. Ah, Kawaki. No. They buried him. No, Kawaki. Ah. What's Koji been up to? Is he still watching? We haven't heard anything from him, right? Since, like, Boro interrogated him a bit. They found the note. Yeah. Uh... Nah, he wouldn't think that. Come on. I know he's just trying to justify his reasons for leaving and everything. Oh. Shikamaru. Did he hear all that? Ah. Shikamaru's gonna stop him, isn't he? Yep. Shadow possession. Except Naruto. Of course. Yeah. He wants Boruto now. Oh. Cool. She has the same question for you. You're still here? Oh. Damn. What a great episode. Holy shit. Boruto just firing on all cylinders all the time recently. So great. That was just amazing. The funny thing is I got so much more emotional seeing the poor doggy die than than all the Kawaki stuff, but the Kawaki stuff was still incredibly awesome. Like incredibly emotional, and like I loved every bit of it. I love how they've been handling so many different things in this show. It's just been fantastic. All right, should be ending here soon, but yeah, man. I figured like when they mentioned like, didn't I buy ham? Like, where'd the ham go? I had no idea why, but I was like, that's gotta be something, right? They wouldn't just bring that up for no reason. But alrighty, guys, that is it for episode 209. Yeah, once again, another amazing episode of Boruto. I love the whole episode was basically revolved around the idea of Kawaki wanting to leave, which is this freaking ant. Where'd it go? I don't even know where it went. I hit it. It got on me like a video or two ago, and then I think it was 2 videos ago, I found it on my hand and I flung it off. And then I found it on my mouse, like last episode. And now at the end of this one, it showed up just right on my arm. Friggin' ants, man. They're everywhere. Um, no, usually there's only like a couple every now and then that show up. But anyway, um, but yeah, like this whole episode was really about Kawaki and his thoughts of leaving, which, like I said last episode, I kind of, thought that that could be the case, that he might want to leave, hearing that, Jigen could show up any moment, we need someone watching him and everything. Like, they didn't explicitly say that he shouldn't be here. I mean, Shikamaru has thought this whole time that he shouldn't be here, for that reason. But because it puts the whole Leaf Village in danger before they even knew that Jigen could teleport here, but yeah, and then he started having his flashbacks to like all the people he cares about, and I was like, all right, yeah, I feel like he's gonna leave the village, and like opening the window and looking out of it and everything. And then we come to this episode where we spend the whole thing, like we see the note that he wrote, and that made it just a little bit more clear that that's what he's thinking. And then obviously when they really start comparing himself to the wolf and everything, that was all really good. It was a really cool way to tie in, I mean, shows do this all the time, and especially like it's happened a lot in Boruto, where they introduce like a little side story thing, like with Himawari taking care of this wolf, and correlate its story to, Kawaki and everything. But the idea of what's it called, like the white fur being dangerous to its pack, so that's why it's an outcast, it really parallels Kawaki feeling like an outcast in this village because of this mark and everything that's making him dangerous to the village and all that, and he's like, it only makes sense that they'd want to get rid of him and everything. And then he, it's just been on his mind that he knows that he's a danger and all this. So it was just really cool parallels and everything. At first I was also wondering when they went and got like the bread endings or whatever it was, I can't remember what they called them. I've seen that before where like and I think it was in other anime where characters will go to these shops and get these like scraps that are left behind and everything. But I was like, how would Kawaki know that shops like this would have leftovers, like leftover bits that they wouldn't mind getting rid of, for free? And but then it reminded me that, at one point before being taken by Jigen, he was, living with his dad. They seemed to barely be making ends meet. Sometimes he wouldn't even get food at all. So I imagine that there might have been some times where he was eating some of that stuff that was given out to sustain himself and stuff like that. So it makes perfect sense. And I like that, like, obviously there's a lot of things about this episode where they really spell it out for you, but then they still have these subtleties where like you could sit there and not think much of it, that Kawaki was able to know that these, that you could go to a shop like this and get this. Like, I'm sure there's some people that just saw that scene and didn't think much of it, but I like how there's all these little things that you can still deduce, even though they make it blatantly obvious for the wolf part that he's comparing it to himself. One of the other subtleties that I liked was one of the shots in the woods when Kawaki was walking. It was like really bright all around him, but his entire body was shadowed, and I think you can correlate some symbolism there with with like there's so much light around him, like there's so many good people, so many awesome things around him that he cares about, but then it's all casting a shadow on him because it's giving him these doubts, these negative feelings, and his mind is clouded and everything with all these thoughts. And I think that was like a good representation of his mental state, is just seeing that one scene right there, of him walking through the woods like that. So that was really cool too. At least that's my interpretation of it. I think it's pretty cool. But one of the things I wrote down during the episode as well was I don't know why I thought of it. I think it was just like a fleeting thought in my mind, but we were with Himawari, and I was thinking about how, like, Himawari is getting along with him well now, considering how they started with the vase being broken and all that, and then that led me to the vase, and I was like, I wonder, like, it just made me think, like, I wonder if there's gonna be a moment when, like, that last vase piece, if, like, because he still has that vase, and he still hasn't finished it, you know, it's still missing that one piece. I'm wondering if, like, there's gonna be a part in the story where it's like a big deal that they find that one piece or something, you know. Like, I wonder if that one little piece is gonna come into play somewhere, you know. I think it could make for a pretty powerful scene if that is the case, you know. But like, because seeing that come around would just be so rewarding and pretty cool. But I think I might need to set up an ant trap. I mentioned that one being on me a second ago, and now I actually see one walking on I have a monitor, like, way far back there, a bigger monitor that I use, and I just saw it walking on the monitor, which means there's at least 2 ants roaming around right now, so I guess they're really picking up their pace these days, so I guess I gotta set up a trap. But things I get distracted by. But yeah, that was just a random thought I had during the episode that I wanted to bring up. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think I have much more to say. Like, the episode, like, really speaks for itself and really stands on its own 2 feet. And for an episode devoted to pretty much everything we saw, like, was just in regards to this stuff. It was really just Kawaki dealing with this issue, and the little bit with Himawari that helped, you know, correlate himself to that wolf and everything. But I really like Shikamaru showing up at the end, and being like, you know, I still don't think it's safe for you to be here, but, you know, there's really only one, or there's no one in this world that would think otherwise except for Naruto, you know, and he's our Hokage, so we'll do whatever he says. And, like, that whole speech was kind of like, it was cool and everything, and I like the kind of, like, insulting nature to be like, no one's stupid enough except for Naruto, so it's still, like, kind of insulting but also endearing to Naruto and everything, what Shikamaru said. But then he dropped in that little bit of, like, even though he says all this, even though he says he fundamentally disagrees with Naruto, he still says to Kawaki, you're a member of this village now. And I thought that was really cool, and I like the shot of, like, the bright lights being on him and everything, kind of contrasting the shadowed nature that it was before. Granted, his face was still a little shadowed and everything, but yeah, that was a really cool moment from Shikamaru and everything. But yeah, and he makes a good point that Jigen now wants Boruto as well. So even if you leave, Jigen's probably gonna come here for Boruto regardless. So, but yeah, just an absolutely amazing episode. I loved everything about it. So. And yeah, who took the ham? Obviously, Himawari. But yeah, that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see a couple episodes ahead of time on there. You can on my early access tier. Very much appreciated if you choose to support the channel that way. And there's also my Patreon exclusive content that is on there as well. Check that out if you're interested. Thank you so much, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.